Good morning. Welcome to SAKALAVIDYA YouTube channel. Good morning, all. Okay, in the last session, theory of equations, we have discussed up to 9 points. Today, we shall discuss some more points and we shall start the exercise. Okay, welcome all. Welcome. Right, let us move to the next 10th one. See, if a plus ib is a root of f of x is equal to 0, whose coefficients coefficients are real, then a minus ib, that means conjugate of a plus ib, is also a root, where I is equal to root minus 1. Example, if 3 plus 4i is a root of f of x is equal to 0, whose coefficients are real, then 3 minus 4i is also a root of f of x is equal to 0. That means if the coefficients are real only, then it will happen. If the coefficients are not real, then we should not write like that. There is a condition. So this is very important point you need to remember. Coefficients are real or rational, then only we can apply. Next, 11th one. The equation of lowest degree, with rational coefficients rational coefficients rational coefficients having a root root a plus root b is, that is, x to the power of 4 minus 2 times of a plus b of x square plus a minus b whole square equals to 0. That means actually if one of the root is in the form of root a plus root b, but generally we get like this roots. Roots will be, we will expect like this. Roots will be roots. One root will be already given, that is root a plus root b. Other root will be root a minus root b, but we should not say this the conjugate surd, but rationalizing factor minus root a plus root b. So other fourth one will be, you get like this, minus root a minus root b. See the sum will be cancelled, that's why only x cube coefficient is absent. This is alpha, for example say alpha, beta, gamma, delta. That means we will be getting biquadratic equation. Biquadratic equation. So biquadratic equation we can remember like this. Instead of writing all these things, this will becomes very lengthy. But we can expect the roots. Already if one of the roots is root a plus root b, where a comma b are root a, root b are surds itself only, then root a plus root b one root, root a minus root b other root, minus root a plus root b other root, minus root a minus root b is the fourth root. Understood now? So now we need to find out the polynomial equation formed by the roots alpha, beta, gamma, delta, means this one we need to find out. So this we can use as a shortcut formula. So let us do one problem, one example. So one example let us discuss. Example. The question will be given like this only in the examination. The equation of lowest degree with rational coefficients having root 5 plus root 3, having a root 5 plus root 3 is. So now the solution, let us proceed for the solution. Here see the solution. So now it is in the form of root a plus root b. Here a equals to 5, b equals to 3. So required equation is x to the power of 4 minus 2 times 5 plus 3 of x square plus 5 minus 3 whole square equals to 0. So that implies x to the power of 4 minus 16x square plus 5 minus 3 is 2, 2 square is 4. That's all, very simple. Very simple manner we can do it. Right? So with the help of this, we can find out equation. This is an important problem. This kind of problem will be asked in the examination. Now answer is x to the power of 4 minus 16x square plus 4 equals to 0. Right. Now 12th one. The equation of lowest degree the equation of lowest degree with rational coefficients having a root root a plus root bi. Both real part, imaginary part are actually irrational numbers. This is a complex number. Is, this formula is given by same procedure only, x to the power of 4 minus 2 times, instead of a plus b, a minus b write down, x square, instead of minus you get plus, a plus b whole square. That's only difference. You check for previous one here. This is a plus b, a minus b whole square. Whenever root a plus root b is there, here a minus b, interchange the signs. A minus b, 2 into a minus b x square plus a plus b whole square is equal to 0. So let us discuss one example now. So one example. These examples are very important. Okay. The equation of lowest degree with rational coefficients having a root 3 plus root 2i is root 2 plus root 2i is. That means now let us proceed for the solution. Solution means now this is compared to this one. A equals to 3, b equals to 2. A equals to 3, b equal to 2. So now required equation is x to the power of 4 minus 2 times, not a plus b this time, a minus b, 3 minus 2 of x square plus a plus b whole square, 3 plus 2 whole square equals to 0. So therefore x to the power of 4 minus 3 minus 2 is 1, 2x square, 25 equals to 0. Is x to the power of 4 minus 2x square plus 25 equals to 0. Don't worry, I will discuss the bits. Don't worry, I will discuss the bits. Thirteenth one. For each one I will discuss the bits. That means actually indirectly I am going to complete the overall concepts of the problems of the chapter also. But besides that I will discuss the questions also. So that I planned in such a way that any number you can take it. Any number. You can frame as many as problems. No problem. The equation whose roots are those of the equation f of x equals to 0. So polynomial equation already stated with the usual notation, with contrary signs is. So the equation whose roots are those of the equation f of x is equal to 0 with contrary signs is. So that means actually the equation of the roots, the equation whose roots are actually having the opposite sign that of the roots of f of x is equal to 0. That is the meaning. That means let me write like this. For example, yes, see, if alpha 1, alpha 2, alpha 3 and so on, alpha n are roots of f of x is equal to 0. Now we need to find out the equation whose roots are minus alpha 1, minus alpha 2, minus alpha 3 and so on dash dash minus alpha n is. That we need to find out. For example, if the roots of the polynomial equation f of x is equal to 0 are alpha 1, alpha 2, alpha 3 and so on alpha n, now we need to find out the equation whose roots are having the roots minus alpha 1, minus alpha 2, minus alpha 3 and so on minus alpha n. That means this we need to find out a polynomial equation whose roots are same as that of the given equation but negative sign, opposite sign, that is called contrary signs. Contrary signs means signs will be different. That we need to find out. So now here see, so this can be found out, evaluated like this. Now proof, simple proof, very simple proof, don't worry. If alpha is a root of f of x equals to 0, so if and only if this alpha should satisfy this equation, f of alpha equals to 0, you will get it. So now this f of alpha I will write like this, f of minus alpha I will write. Can I write it? Minus into minus plus alpha only is equal to 0. Now what we need to find out here, actually minus alpha 1 or minus alpha is the one of the root of required equation. That means instead of minus alpha, replace x. So therefore now minus alpha is the root of f of minus x equals to 0. That means very simple technique you can follow. That means if you want to find out here, hint, remember what is the hint means. To get this equation, the equation whose roots are those of contrary signs, here hint, put x for minus x. That implies f of minus x is equal to 0. Is f of minus x equals to 0. F of minus x equals to 0. Simply substitute x for minus x in the given equation. That's all. So let us discuss one example. The equation whose roots are those of the equation x to the power of 7 plus 3x to the power of 5 plus x cube minus x square plus 7x plus 2 is equal to 0 with contrary signs. With contrary signs is, this is the question. That means actually see the solution. Let say f of x equals to x to the power of 7 plus 3x to the power of 5 plus x cube minus x square plus 7x plus 2 equals to 0. Now required equation is equal to, required equation is f of minus x equals to 0. So now that implies, what do you get now here? In the place of x, minus x substitute, minus x to the power of 7 plus 3 times minus x to the power of 5 plus minus x whole cube minus of minus x whole square plus 7 times minus x plus 2 equals to 0. This is minus x to the power of odd. You get minus x to the power of 7 minus x to the power of odd number. You get minus of x to the power of 5. That is minus 3 times x to the power of 5. This is minus x cube. But though we have minus x here, this is the even power, minus x whole square is plus x square, but before that we have minus. So minus x square minus 7x plus 2 is equal to 0. So once again multiply with minus 1 on both sides. So we get now x to the power of 7 plus 3x to the power of 5 plus x cube plus x square plus 7x minus 2 is equal to 0. That's our answer. One minute. So next 14th concept. These are the important problems only we need to discuss. The equation whose roots are multiplied by k does not equal to 0 of those roots of equation f of x equals to 0 is, so that means actually, yes, see, for example, if alpha 1, alpha 2, alpha 3 and so on, alpha n are roots of f of x is equal to 0. Now what we need to find out means the equation whose roots are multiplied by k. That means then the equation whose roots are k alpha 1, k alpha 2 k alpha 3 and so on k times alpha n. That means each root is multiplied by k times. Is what is the equation that we need to find out. Here see now, the simple proof I will give it, very simple proof. What is the proof means? If alpha is the root of f of x equals to 0, if and only if alpha satisfies, f of alpha is equal to 0. That means f of alpha is equal to 0 means we can say that alpha is the root of f of x is equal to 0. So now this f of alpha is equal to 0. I will write like this. F of this we can write k alpha by k, we can write it. K alpha by k we can write it. So that means actually what we need to find out, each root will be k alpha instead of k alpha. See, if f of alpha is equal to 0, f of x is equal to 0. That means instead of k alpha you can substitute x now. So therefore now we can write k alpha is the root of f of x by k is equal to 0. That means here we need to find out f of x upon by k equals to 1 is f of x upon k equals to 0. That means the equation whose roots are multiplied by a constant k, those of the roots of f of x is equal to 0 is given by, instead of x, if you multiply, divide by x. That's all. Divide by xk. Then substitute x for x by k. We need to substitute. Understood now? So now let us proceed for the example now. Example. The equation whose roots are multiplied by 2 of those of x to the power of 5 minus 2x to the power of 4 plus 3x cube minus 2x square plus 4x plus 3 is equal to 0 is. This is the question. First all of you read the question. We need the equation whose roots are multiplied by 2 of those of x to the power of 5 minus 2x to the power of 4 plus 3x cube minus 2x square plus 4x plus 3 is equal to 0. That means suppose if alpha 1, alpha 2, alpha 3, alpha 4, alpha 5 are the roots of the given equation, then we need to find out the equation whose roots are 2 alpha 1, comma 2 alpha 2, 2 alpha 3, like this. For example, see, if the roots of this one are alpha 1, alpha 2, alpha 3, alpha 4, alpha 5, because 5 roots. Now we need to find out polynomial equation whose roots are 2 alpha 1, 2 alpha 2, 2 alpha 3, 2 alpha 4 and 2 alpha 5. That means simply here in the place of x substitute x by 2. That's all. Very good. Now the solution. So let us say given equation is f of x to the power of 5 minus 2x to the power of 4 plus 3x cube minus 2x square plus 4x plus 3 equals to 0. So now required equation is, so multiplied by 2, that means f of x upon 2 equals to 0. That implies x upon 2 whole to the power of 5 minus 2 times x upon 2 whole to the power of 4 plus 3 times x upon 2 whole cube minus 2 times x upon 2 whole square plus 4 times x upon 2 plus 3 equals to 0. So now you need to simplify. Everybody is trying. Wonderful, wonderful. So wonderful. That means what do you get now here? This is x upon 5 by 32 minus x to the power of 4 by 16. So x to the power of 4 by 8 because 2 is there here, plus 3x cube upon 4 minus 2 times x square by 4 means x square by 2 plus 2x plus 3 is equal to 0. So now we get like this. Therefore, multiply with 32, x to the power of 5 minus 4x to the power of 4 plus 24x cube minus 16x square plus 64x plus 96 equals to 0. So this is the answer. X to the power of 5 minus 4x to the power of 4 plus 24x cube minus 16x square plus 64x plus 96 equals to 0. This is the answer. But other than this, is there any shortcut? Is there any shortcut? Because actually this is also very lengthy as far as examination is concerned, but we have any shortcut. So let us explore the shortcut also. Don't worry, shortcut also we can explore. See the shortcut. First, given equation write down. What is the given equation? Given equation is x to the power of 5 minus 2x to the power of 4 plus 3x cube minus 2x square plus 4x plus 3 equals to 0. This is f of x. No problem. You say f of x. But what we need to find out? F of x by 2 is equal to 0. You need to find out. Don't substitute. Simply I will tell one thing. How many terms are there here? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 terms. That means starting from first term, you multiply this one with 2 power 0, multiply this one with 2 power 1, multiply this term with 2 square, multiply this term with 2 cube, multiply this term with 2 power 4, multiply this term with 2 power 5. Let us see what do you get now. Therefore, required equation is, see, 2 power 0 is 1, x to the power of 5, 2 power 1, 2 into 2, 4x to the power of 4, 2 square 4, 12x cube, 8 minus 16x square, 64x, because 2 power 4 is 16, 16 into 4. This 2 power 5 is 32 plus 96 is equal to 0. Over, that's all. You check your answer. Check this shortcut. All of you understood this shortcut? Here what we need to do? Multiply. Same value will get it. Two square is 4. 4 into 3, 12x cube. 2 cube is 8. 8 into 2, 16. You check the both the answers in the previous case answers. Yes, same thing we got it. It's very simple actually. When you multiply by the roots of this f of x is equal to 0, generally f of x by 2 is equal to 0, we need to find out. But instead of that, from first term onwards, you multiply like this: 2 power 0, 2 power 1, 2 square, 2 cube, 2 power 4, 2 power 5, 2 power 6, and so on like that. 2 power 0 is 1. 1 into x to the power of 5, x to the power of 5. 2 power 1 is 2. 2 into 2, 4. 2 square is 4. 4 into 3, 12x cube. 2 cube is 8. 8 into minus 2x square minus 16x square. 2 power 4 is 16. 16 into 4, 64x. 2 power 5 is 32. 32 into 3 is 96. 24x cube. 24x cube. Okay, I will see. 24x cube. This is 2 square. 2 square is 4. 4 into 3, 12x cube. See. Okay, we got 12x, 24x cube here. Right, 32. 32 means 4 8 ja 32. Right. Okay, I will check it. I will check it once again. Okay. Right. I did mistake here. Okay, I did mistake here. See, now you check. This is actually 2 cube. Here this is 2 cube means 8. 32 into 32 into 8. 32 into 8 is 32 into 8 is how much you will be getting? 24. 32. Yes, this will be 12 only. This will be 12 only. This will be 12. 12. This will be 12. Yes, I did mistake. But this is absolutely correct. Absolutely correct. Yes, first method only wrong. But first method actually consisting of lot of calculations, isn't it now? So whenever the problem is consisting of more calculations, it leads mistake. But here, it's only simple step. That's all. So now 16. 16. The equation the equation whose roots are reciprocal of the roots of f of x equals to 0 is the equation whose roots are reciprocal of the roots of f of x is equal to 0. That we need to find out. That means, for example, if alpha 1, alpha 2 and so on alpha n are the roots of f of x is equal to 0, then the equation whose roots are 1 by alpha 1 comma 1 by alpha 2 and so on dash dash 1 by alpha n is, that we need to find out. This is the meaning of this problem. The equation whose roots are reciprocal of the roots of f of x is equal to 0. So I will get the simple proof, very simple proof. If alpha is the root of f of x is equal to 0, if and only if f of alpha is equal to 0, or we can say f of alpha is equal to 0 means alpha is the root of f of x is equal to 0. Now this f of alpha I will write like this: f of 1 upon 1 by alpha is equal to 0. I will write this nothing. 1 upon 1 by alpha is equal to, here we have alpha itself only. Therefore, as for this one, f of alpha is equal to 0, alpha is the root of f of x is equal to 0. F of 1 by, that implies here f of 1 upon 1 by alpha is equal to 0 means 1 by alpha is the root of f of 1 by x is equal to 0. So therefore 1 by alpha is the root of f of 1 by x is equal to 0. That means we got a clue. In order to find out the equation whose roots are reciprocal of the roots of f of x is equal to 0 is given by f of 1 by x is equal to 0. That means f of 1 upon x equals to 0. Okay, example. The equation whose roots are the reciprocal roots of the reciprocals of the roots of x to the power of 5 plus 11x to the power of 4 11x to the power of 4 plus x cube plus 4x square minus 13x plus 6 equals to 0 is. So if you know the concept, actually we should not, whenever this is the tendency of the student, viewers. So that means they won't bother about the concept. Concept is very important. Everybody will teach. So directly, whenever if you want to find out the equation of whose roots of the reciprocals of the given equation f of x is equal to 0, put x for 1 by x. Why should we put x for 1 by x? Why can't we put other value? But that reason is to be explained. If you know the reason, so easily you will not forget the concept. Understood now? Because here we have the scope to explain. It's only brief, within 2 seconds or 3 seconds it will take. Understood now? This actually we need to improve the problem solving strategies. With the help of problem solving strategies only, we learn Mr. Chini Ramas. We learn the shortcuts. Shortcuts will be actually formulated by your own also. Just if you observe the pattern of the question, what is the pattern is there in the question, that helps us, that plays vital role. But everybody is neglecting the patterns in the mathematics. If you neglect the pattern, so mathematics is useless, because mathematics is a logical thinking. It's based on logic. For every problem there will be a logic. So here let us find out now. Okay, now solution. F of x equals to x to the power of 5 plus 11x to the power of 4 plus x cube plus 4x square minus 13x plus 6 equals to 0. Now the required equation. Required equation is the equation whose roots are the reciprocals. Reciprocals means, for example, if root alpha 1 by alpha, that means f of 1 by x equals to 0. Excuse me, I have been suffering from running cold. Yes, correct. One minute. This is 1 upon x whole to the power of 5 plus 11 upon 1 by x whole to the power of 4 plus 1 upon x whole cube plus 4 upon 1 by x whole square minus 13 upon 1 by x plus 6 equals to 0. So this is x to the power of 5. Multiply with x to the power of 5. What do you get now here? 1 plus, here we have 11 x plus x square plus 4x cube minus 13x to the power of 4 plus 6x to the power of 5 equals to 0. So reverse order write down. Reverse order write down. Therefore 6x to the power of 5 minus 13x to the power of 4 plus 4x cube plus x square plus 11x plus 1 equals to 0. Or instead of this lengthy method, you can write reverse order. See, you can write directly answer also. So direct answer. How to write direct answer? Shortcut. So what is the shortcut means? Simply 6x to the power of 5 is there. 6x to the power of 5. Here instead of this minus 13x to the power of 4 plus 4x cube plus x square plus 11x plus 1 equals to 0. So directly we can write. Right. 16. The equation whose roots are the squares the squares of the roots of the equation f of x is equal to 0 by eliminating radical sign is is exactly correct. So that means actually we can write like this now. Okay, you are hurry, so that I will write x square means in the place of x root x, f of root x is equal to 0 right now. So I will discuss one example now here. Example. No, wait. The equation whose roots are the squares of the roots of x square plus x plus 1 is equal to 0 is. So that means now the solution. Let us say f of x equals to x square plus x plus 1 equals to 0. Now the required equation. required equation is f of root x equals to 0. That implies you get root x square plus root x plus 1 equals to 0. So x plus root x plus 1 equals to 0. Transposing root x that side, x plus 1 is equal to minus root x. You see, in the condition what is given, the equation whose roots are the squares of the roots of the equation, f of x is equal to 0 by eliminating radical sign. But here we have the radical sign. We need to eliminate it. That means squaring on both sides. Squaring on both sides, the radical sign will be eliminated. You get x plus 1 whole square equal to minus root x whole square. So that means now we get this will be x square plus 2x plus 1 equal to root x. Bring this side. Therefore, x square plus x plus 1 equals to 0. It has not been unaltered. It is unaltered. Same equation we get it. X square plus x plus 1 is equal to 0. X square plus x plus 1 is equal to 0. Okay, so today definitely I will take evening session 4:30. Same we shall continue, but we will discuss objective type questions. MCQs we shall discuss. Options will be there, and yes, same equation. So one more thing, my dear children, you remember one thing. There may be shortcuts, but what is the reason, what is the logic, what is the rationale behind the shortcuts also, it had better to discuss yourself. That's why only my intention is like that. But it may not be one class or two classes, that doesn't matter. But always be patient, be patient. I already explained one of the beautiful shortcut here in this case. Okay, that I have been Sharat Sai I am doing now. But since 2 days I have been, that's why only yesterday I didn't take the class. Yesterday I was suffering more. Okay. Right. Thank you. Bye bye. See you. Because I have other sessions also after this. So that's why I have taken the class as early as possible. But today definitely you have the 4:30, but you shall have the class. I discuss more. Today I will try to complete all the models today itself only. Right. Sumant, what you said actually explain in textbooks, sir. Examination will appear more problems. Sumant, which textbook I follow that you mention in the chat box, so that I will go through it.